Well, I'm out at what we call Southern Head to film, hopefully, the rising of the supermoon. This is November 14th. I think the moon was actually full last night. But according to what I heard on radio this morning, even though it's 99% illuminated tonight instead of 100%, it will appear larger because it's closer to the Earth again. What you're looking at there are seals. And one seal seems to keep getting up out of the water quite a bit. That's the larger one that you see off to the right. It must be a rock or something just under the surface of the water there. It climbs out on it. This is our view at this time anyway. The supermoon is not due to come up for, well, let me see, look at my thing here. About 40 minutes yet, so I'm here plenty early enough. I'll set up. It's Angel that you hear running around in the rocks below my feet here, so we'll see if we can get some decent shots of the supermoon. Those little dots and lights way off on the horizon there are fishing boats. I would think probably lobster fishermen. The lobster fishing season just started a few days ago, so they're still off there this late in the evening, hauling their lobster traps and hopefully getting a lot of lobster. Those would have to be 10 to 12 miles offshore. I'm using the telephoto lens on the camcorder, but and just bringing in little dots of light, but they're off to my right. I can see Grand Manan Island, and that's about 10 miles off, and these appear to be a few miles further off than Grand Manan Island, but hauling the traps almost in the dark, I guess. Of course, they have the advantage of all the modern technology, radar, GPS, all that good stuff. They know to go right back to where the traps were, take them right back to pick them up, but hopefully they're having a good season. Well, the sun has set in the west behind me, and if you can make out that little dot in the middle of the screen, that's Venus has come out. Zoom back further, you'll lose Venus, but you'll see the sunset, I guess. And I think I've got about, let me see, I've got about 15 minutes, according to the website that I've been looking at, to wait for the supermoon to rise. The crowd is starting to gather. Smarter people than me. I've been standing here freezing to death for 3/4 of an hour. There's been one lady here with 2 little boys. She's waiting in her car now, but just recently 3 more vehicles showed up, so we're going to have a crowd to view the supermoon. And there it comes, right on cue. It was supposed to rise at 5:35, and that's exactly what it is. It's 5:35. I'm wondering now if those are actually boats that are out there fishing, or if they've gone out to watch the moon rise on the water. There's a number of them along the horizon out there still anyway, with their lights all on now. Looks like the blood moon that I did last year, coming up very red. Certainly couldn't have a better evening for it. There's not a cloud in the sky. The stars are all starting to come out and twinkle. I like to think that it shines across the water after it gets up a little bit. The water's not rough at all. It's quite calm, but not glassy calm. one little boat right at the lower right-hand corner, the moon. That is it. It's all up above the horizon anyway. I'll zoom back just a bit to give you a better perspective of it. Sort of see the old man in the moon showing up there now, the face. Not getting any reflection on the water, at least not yet. Zoom back in on it again a bit. Well, I hope the color is coming out properly in the video. It's a real orange red to the naked eye, but when I look on the viewing screen here it's more a golden color, but that doesn't mean that you're not going to get to see the real color, I guess, when I play it back. It's quite spectacular. Absolutely ideal evening for it. Oh, but just not high enough. It's Angel running across the beach. She's seen something she's got to go after. Just not high enough, I started to say, to make a reflection on the water, or what? I'm going to wait for a while and see if I can get one anyway. My assistant just knocked into the tripod. That is really beautiful. Don't know if the video does it justice or not. It is really quite lovely. Hanging. I do start to see some reflection on the water now. I'll zoom back and see if I can pick it up. Very slight, but there it is. I can see some at the shore here. It just wasn't up high enough, I guess, to reflect off the water. Well, the only video that I ever made that went viral was the one that I did of the blood moon. I've already seen several videos that people have done of the supermoon, so I'm not expecting viral, but I hope at least my subscribers enjoy seeing it. And that streak across the water is becoming more prominent. getting higher now, but it's still a beautiful orange color. It's like the blood moon. You only see this color when it's on the horizon. I'm no astronomer, but I've listened to an explanation of it once. It's because it's going through more atmosphere, I guess, when it's low on the horizon, and that changes the color of it. Higher up it gets, you're looking at it through less atmosphere. To me, on the screen here, it doesn't look like it's perfectly round. And as I said, last night was the full moon, and according to the website that I was looking at, tonight it's 99% illuminated, where it would have been 100% last night. But whatever, it is beautiful, I guess, no matter what. Well, that is the supermoon rising. I guess that's probably about all I can do for that. I'll go home and get this processed and see if I can get it up on YouTube this evening. Just when I think I'm going to quit, it gets prettier. Beautiful across the water there now. One last shot. I was on my way back home, and this is the moon over Lake Glen Severn. It's showing in the lake much better than it did in the ocean, because the ocean, well, it's not rough, but it's got ripples all over it. But this really is the last shot, okay? Thank you very much for watching.